Hello, everybody, and welcome back to an all-new movie news. Brandon McDonald. Say hello to Poseidon, my turtle. She is very crazy, and she has half a face. But enough, put her aside. But anyways, today we are doing a Left Behind: Rise of the Antichrist review, and I have finally seen it a couple weeks ago. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I just want everybody to see it before it gets out of theaters, and some theaters are still showing it, but its main runtime is up. So, I figured in order to get ready for the new movie starting filming this year, at the end of the year, they are making a sequel, and it films most likely between October and December is when it starts shooting. So, that's going to be fun. Also, guys, we are doing this review today, so let's get into it. There will be spoilers ahead, so yeah, it's crazy, guys. But let's get into it. So, anyways, the movie starts out with a shot of New York City and Pastor Bruce Barnes narrating. Now, some people had issues with the narrating, but I liked it. It was pretty cool, but it also is making no sense, because most likely in the next movie they will kill him off. If you've read the books, you know. So, if they're going to continue to narrate, it's not going to work well. If you've seen the original trilogy, you know in World at War, or the second half of Tribulation Force of that movie, Bruce Barnes dies. So, I don't know how it's going to work. It's weird. I know that he's probably telling the story right before everything ends in that movie, but it's just really crazy. I have issues with it too, but they're only minor. It was pretty cool to hear Bruce's side of the story. The only time we got Bruce's side of the story was in the movies, a little bit, and also the audio dramas. So the original movies did that. Okay, let's get into it. So anyways, it starts out with that shot. We meet Cameron Buck Williams, in a studio doing a news report. So we're watching him do his news report, kind of like how in the second of the original trilogy of Left Behind, they literally had started out a scene with him talking on the news. So, anyways, that segment ends, and we skip to Rayford putting on his pilot's uniform, thinking of flying again. So, you know this will be a big part in the plot in later movies. They don't show much of him flying until the very end of the movie. So, we get to see him do piloting a little bit, but it's not as much as, say, it's like the first book. They didn't have much piloting besides beginning and the end. And it's just really crazy. So, anyways, Buck goes in, it skips back to Buck, and he is having it skips to Jonathan Stonegal, who is devising his plan to a guy, and this guy isn't agreeing with it, right? So, anyways, it skips to Buck again, and this time he has a lady on the news. Now, she believes, because of computers, that there will be a second wave of vanishings. So, anyways, Buck meets, there's this new person at GWN, which is the new news company, cable news network he works for. Anyways, he basically calls this woman out on believing in computers, doing the research. They cut him off. They don't show this on here, but he already knows what's going on because he can see it on the monitor. Anyways, they showed pictures of people committing suicide and the boss thinking it was glorious. Anyways, the boss has this new kid, played by Brandon Sorbo, Kevin Sorbo's son, come in and cut the cord on everything and put that sick footage out there. So anyways, he doesn't agree with it. So, he then, meets Stafford Perry's person after Jonathan Stonagel, was literally talking on the news and stuff, so it's just really crazy. So, anyways, he starts talking to, Dirk Burton, and he goes to his he's a college professor in this version, so he goes to his college professor office and talks with Buck about how the Eden Pay platform is not what it seems to be, and there are a lot of people behind it. So he confronts his boss. Buck goes back and confronts his boss about it. Well, anyways, his boss doesn't agree with telling the truth in the news. So, he automatically, storms off after his boss says, how about we cancel your show? So, he storms off and goes and, starts meeting with Chloe, and they're talking, and he's just tired of the fanaticism of people believing whatever, all these lies about the rapture. But he doesn't really believe in Christ at the point. So, anyways, he goes and is talking with Chloe and says something offensive about his mom being fanaticist. And she literally gets text offense, but he says sorry. And then the supposed second wave of vanishings happens. Anyways, Buck goes back to the newsroom and is on an interview with this pastor, a lady who believes it was aliens, and Buck admits he believes it was a new form of technology. Then, also they talk to this pastor who believes that since his church didn't go, there's going to be a great delusion, and also that his people were true believers, which really isn't true, and this is something that will happen in the last days. So, anyways, he goes out and, tells the story about it. So, after that, Buck does some investigating with Dirk and goes back to his boss. So, his boss tells him, that if he pursues this line of work in this crazy conspiracy theorist thing, that him and Buck are both finished in the news business. So, anyways, Buck goes, Chloe's Rayford goes out to the church, and it's been broken into, and Pastor Bruce Barnes is hurt, so he tends to the wounds of Pastor Bruce Barnes, the person who's been narrating this whole time. So, anyways, he finds out the actual story of what happened to Bruce. He kind of lies at first, and Rayford already knows Bruce is lying, and he tells him this stuff. So he tries setting up a service. Well, we cut to Chloe walking, and this guy attacks her, and she gets cut by his knife. And she goes to Dr. Amanda White and this other lady. I don't know her character's name in here, but anyways, she gets help from Amanda and she patches her wounds. So, anyways, after that, they, Rayford calls his daughter, and they head to Amanda White and the other lady head to the church because they want to get baptized and find out God. So they go over to there, and I'm trying to think. They set up a service for the church. So they Okay, everybody, my camera cut off too much memory for this video. So the rest of the video, I'll probably put a total video at the end like I normally do for camera videos. But anyways, the camera went off because of memory, so we're doing the rest over voice. So anyways, Buck goes back to it cuts back to Dirk Burton, and he receives the password to the computer that he was researching on the Eden Pay to a from an anonymous source, and he doesn't know whether to trust him or not. So him and Buck set up a plan to meet this mysterious person, and they find out a lot of stuff about the Eden Pay, like everything Cawthorn is involved with. So anyways, they go to this meeting, and literally they are meeting with Connor, who seems to be the maybe it never really explains. So anyways, they meet with Connor, and there's a bomb. Anyways, the guys they're off into the car. Buck and Connor who's played by Kevin Sorbo, like I said, who's Brandon Sorbo. So it's just really cool. So anyways, Dirk Burton finds a bomb in the back seat and is blown up when the car explodes because it's people who are watching the whole situation. So anyways, Buck goes back to his friend's college office. The feds are literally clearing it out. Anyways, Buck gets a hold of the laptop, and they catch him in some stairs two people did. So they just run out. He runs out, gets in a dumpster, and the guys miss from shooting back in the dumpster because it's a laptop. So Buck takes the hard drive out and goes in doing some investigation. So anyways, Pastor Bruce holds a service, and Buck comes to it, and he calls Chaim Rosenzweig about everything going on, and he goes to the church with Chloe. So they're at this service, and Pastor Bruce explains the entire story. Buck begins to partially believe, but brushes it off to go and find out what happens to Cawthorn and Stonagle's plans with everything at the UN. And Chaim notifies Nikolai Carpathia, who's, I haven't mentioned him throughout the video, but he's this leader who is like famous, like Obama, since Obama, a lady says, which is really. Anyways, Buck goes off to the UN meeting. He then knows, at the time they're thinking it's Todd Cawthorn or Jonathan Stonegal. Anyways, they think he's the Antichrist. So Buck goes there and goes into the bathroom, prays, and becomes a born-again Christian. Anyways, he goes into the meeting and tells his side of the story, and then Nikolai goes all crazy, kills both Todd Cawthorn and Jonathan Stonegal, and then kills a security guard, saying that the security guard tried assassinating him, and one of the other security guards killed the security guard, with the security guards accidentally having Cawthorn and Stonegal killed as well. So anyways, Buck sets up a phone and exposes the entire truth and in front of the GWN people. Anyways, Buck goes and has set up a plan with Connor, who was in the thing, and he was trying to shoo him off not to do anything. And Connor was the only other Christian in there. So they go on the run, and Buck goes on the run and gets in a plane, and they release a whole bunch of flyers out in the middle of the plane. And the Connor is smiling in the car, and the van where he had set up everything to do it. And after that, it sent a message from Kevin Sorbo, and Mike Huckabee appears. Two different messages from them. The first one is Kevin Sorbo. Second one is Mike Huckabee, and it was a really good movie. I still had issues with it, like the narration part. So I'm gonna give this movie a 9 out of 10 because of that. And I really urge you to go see it. If you have any friends who aren't Christian, go do that. It is on pre-order on Walmart and Amazon.com. So you can go to Walmart.com or Amazon.com and pre-order the movie now. I've done a lot of research and have found this by accident. So, yeah, you guys can go out and pre-order the movie if it's not showing at theaters and you still want to see it. It will arrive at the end of March. So it's not that long of a wait until it premieres on DVD and Blu-ray. So I highly advise you guys to go get that to support the film even more. And the crazy thing is, this movie is number 2 at the box office its opening weekend. Number 2, and it still had a big following, but a lot of the theaters are trying to dismantle the film, and they've shut down showings in them because of it. So we need this word to get out to many Christians as we can. So buy the DVD, have movie night with your non-Christian friends, and show them the Word of God, and then review the Bible with them. Find all these verses that literally mention this stuff and make it understand, and then also show them current events. Now, there's a lot of stuff, so it's gonna be awesome. So do that, and you may find some Christian friends some atheist friends, or maybe any other religion, convert to Christ after they see this stuff. So, go through current events and show them this stuff, because it's all in the Bible and it's crazy. So, just spread the word, guys, and I'll see you out there, movie lovers. This is Brandon McDonald signing out. Also, if you want to keep up with the latest Left Behind Rise of the Antichrist news, especially when they start filming, I advise to come to this channel and subscribe. And you don't have to do every video I do, just the Left Behind, and just hit that bell beside the subscribe button. Click all and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video, because if you hit the notification bell and then all, it will show you on your phone with notifications if a Left Behind video has came out or not. You'll see that automatically when it goes to my channel. So you'll get the latest Left Behind news right here. So yeah, guys, this is Brandon McDonald signing out. I'll see you out there, movie lovers.